Yo, what's going on, man? Over the last couple of weeks, we've all heard some of the flare-ups over some men's rights issues and related stuff, and who should be doing this and who should be saying that. And a lot of people have lost focus, and I want to do a video to hopefully get people back on track. We have to understand that a lot of the issues that we have in terms of why we chose to be part of, some sort or variation of the men's rights movement is because we have issues with how men are treated in our society. And we have to remember that some of these things happen because they are part of the law. Okay, there is a side in terms of social where men have to, advocate for social change, but there's another part that has to advocate for legal change. Legal, the written law, right? Because a lot of these things that we're upset about are written in the law, i.e. laws on marriage, divorce, child support, right? A lot of those, the spirit of some of those laws are based in a time where women didn't really have a choice in terms of their lifestyle. It is what it is. Back in the day, if you were a man, you knew that, you had to work. You're going to be a factory worker or something, yada, 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 but you had to. And women knew, roles were very limited in terms of what you can be. So more than likely, you were going to be, a homemaker. But now we live in a world where you can choose to be a homemaker if you're a woman, or you can choose to be a surgeon. Okay? We live in a world now, if a man wants to spend more time with his kids, he can do that, or he can, be a surgeon as well. But our laws on marriage and divorce don't reflect where society has came. Like, it doesn't. Right? And until we understand that, it really doesn't matter if we change people in the court system who are sensitive to the needs of men, because the laws aren't. And it's not even about being sensitive to men, it's more so about being fair and equal. Where, you're not showing favoritism to one side. Because at the end of the day, we have to remember that's what it's about. Right? We're not trying to be superior. We just want equality. And equality under the law is very important, right? And to me it is. Hopefully it is to you guys as well. Another example of how the laws are set up to work against men is on child support. Now, don't get me wrong. Men should take care of their children, obviously. But why is it that men with money are often targets by women, not even for marriage, but just to have a kid? Why is it that women sometimes want to have a kid by a rich man as opposed to maybe even getting married to him? Because the court is going to award that woman a ridiculous number in terms of, monthly child support that she's going to live off of, right? That's why you have the whole idea of, the video chick trying to catch somebody. And it's very true, coming from Southern California, right? Everybody, I guarantee you, everybody has went to college or high school or maybe middle school with, some chick who's on some 50 Cent video. It's real talk. Right? Everybody, right? So this whole idea of the Hollywood life, you're trying to, get with this person and that person, it's not because of marriage, it's because they want to have a child, because they know that there is a gaping problem with how child support is ran. We live in a world of checks and balances where you have to show proof. But why is it that when a man is ordered to pay child support, women don't have to show proof that they're actually taking care of that child? How come we can't have a system where we develop a list of what that child needs, to the point now where I don't necessarily have to cut my wife a check? I can actually get the supplies that my son or daughter needs. If he needs shoes, how come I can't buy him the shoes and bring it to him? If he needs food, how come I can't buy the food and bring it to him? Why do I have to give the money, right, to a person that the money's not for? It doesn't make any sense. If the money is for my son, why would I give it to anybody else except my son or my daughter? And even if, for whatever reason, somebody out there justifies why this is so, right, of course, you can't give $100 to a 5-year-old. But why is it that the women don't have to provide proof? Why not develop a list of things that a child needs, okay, that both parties, man and woman, have to go to court and give receipts and proof to show that both parents are being, right, responsible? Why not? Why not make a list of what that child needs? No, it doesn't matter. Somebody punches in a calculator, comes up with a figure, keep in mind, this is, your state, your legal system, right? Coming from California, this is the same California, we don't have our ducks in order. We can't run it, but they can interject and, run your family in terms of, how things are going to happen. So somebody has a calculator, is going to punch in a whole bunch of numbers and say, young man, you have to pay $800 a month. For what? Why? Nobody knows. Is there any accountability in terms of how it's spent? No, it's just $800. So it's not an issue in terms of the $800. It's how that $800 is spent, right? And as men, we have to see these things and we have to attack it. We have to attack the very legal laws that hurt us. See, we have to understand that a lot of these legal laws give people power. Okay? So if you're protected by the law, what does that mean? If I'm weak, okay, but I know I have a bigger brother that's going to, knock down everybody else, what's going to happen? I'm going to be a prick. I know I can do whatever I want to do because, if you trip, I'm going to call my older brother and he's going to come through and do what he has to do. And the legal system is the big brother for women. That is their big brother that they know they're protected by. So when they know they're protected on that front, what does that mean? Hey, I can spread out and, flex my way or, my arms here and there and, bully men around. And that's what's going on right now. Okay, so we have to understand, we have to get at the legal system, and we have to really get at, if we have friends and boys who are lawyers, get at them. I have a couple of friends in law school and they already know where my head is at because I ask them questions all the time. In terms of, is this possible? Is this not possible? Can I create this document? Or, it's mandated that I have to do this. They already know. All right. So, hopefully you guys can also give feedback to this topic in terms of other areas in the law. Maybe it's education. I don't know. Maybe it's somewhere else that is being unfair in terms of equality. Right. So we can open it up and, get this conversation cracking the way it needs to be. So you guys take care. God bless.